Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Dome Gymnasium, where we have a great volleyball matchup on the docket. The Rams take on the Buffaloes from Milligan University on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Hello, everyone. Bailey Engel and Tony Martin on the call for you here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. We are glad to have you with us. And, Tony, this is a very impressive swing of things for Bluefield College. They have won 3 games in a row, and they have not given up a set in those 3 games.
Yeah, Bailey. As of lately, Bluefield has found a lot of success in their offense, defense, and on that serve line.
Yeah, well, it is going to be tough against Milligan because the Rams have not found a lot of success against the Buffaloes. The last time they played them, just about a week ago, they lost in 3 straight sets.
Yeah, in fact, Bluefield hasn't won a set against Milligan since 2017, so this is just going to test their progress and see how far they came.
Yeah, the last time the Rams actually beat Milligan, it was back on September 26th of 2017. They won in 3 straight sets, but Tony's right. Last time they've beaten them was, or even won a set, was in that game. So the Rams, led by Buddy Gallimore, squaring off against this team from Milligan, Tennessee. Recently named Milligan University, were Milligan College before this. Now for the Rams, in the white, got to look out for Jessica Wells and Aubrey Watcott. That has been a very good combination between the setter and the outside hitter.
Yeah, the chemistry has come along in these last couple games, and it's great to see the things that they're doing.
So now for the Rams, will they be able to get the victory today against a team that has plagued them so much in the past? It's going to be a fun one on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Almost ready. Milligan coming into this one 11-4. The Rams have won their last 3 right now at 5-4. Looks so impressive in that last matchup against the Montreat Cavaliers. Already a good start for Milligan to lead this one 1-0. And the Rams get it right back. Solid start. Bluefield College to get the set right back. No service error, providing a little bit of help.
Last game, that's where they found a lot of their success. They don't want to open that door back up with those missed serves.
Solid start already for Milligan, leading 3-1. Bluefield College back within 1.
Jessica Wells with a solid start. Started off with a kill, now with a block.
Apologize for that, folks. We have just trying to figure out, apparently we are streaming 2 different games at the time. So tell your friends that we are on the right broadcast here. Rams are down by 1. It is 4-3. For some reason, we are working with our Huddle Focus broadcast something that was installed unbeknownst to us, and it's currently streaming the huddle focus camera. So this is the right broadcast. Tell your people that this is the right one to be on. And, hopefully it can just be like this the rest of the way. So the Rams down 5-3. Watcott feeds back to Sutherland. Leslie Flores. And you know what it's hard to get used to, Tony, is the fact that, we talked about this the last game. The officials don't have whistles.
Yeah.
So one of the officials has just a little buzzer, and that's what we hear every time. It almost sounds like a mechanical, some sort of like assembly line.
It desperately has to be something that's different for the
For
the
real.
players.
As Katie Kendrick slams the ball down. Big swing on the outside, and it drops in for Milligan. That's a good swing there for Carly Gregory, the outside hitter from Lake Worth, Florida. And it puts the Buffaloes up by 6. Or up 6-5, excuse me. And now, here comes a big swing from, serve in from Cameron McConnell. Now Geneva Bays talking over this one with the official. Fingerlin. Here's Flores on the outside. A good dig in the back line. Swing on the outside. Watcott. Here's Flores, another chance. Drops in, and Bluefield ties it up. Pretty back and forth so far, Tony.
Yeah, Bailey. As of lately, Bluefield's doing everything right to stay in this one.
That's a solid start for the Rams. Here's Cassidy Brown. Second-year player for Bluefield and a transfer from Awasi. Flores loads it back, and there's a point for the Rams to give the Rams the lead at 7-6, their first lead of the game. So now for Bluefield, goes back into the hands of Cassidy Brown. Well, I think that it's going to be key in this game, Tony. If the Rams are as consistent as they were on the serve line against Montree, it's going to be tough for Milligan to beat them in 3 sets like they did a week ago.
Yeah, I feel like that if they limit the errors also, then they're going to be right in this game to the end.
And that being said, they didn't play perfectly against Montreat, but, when you add up 4 or 5 aces in that first set, it is going to be hard to beat them. And now, with an 11-4 Milligan team, that's not going to happen likely. It's a low shot, and the Rams have taken a 2-point lead.
Another thing we want to keep a lookout on is those serves. As we talked of lately, those serves are not going to get a lot of aces against this strong Milligan defense. But what you want to do is you want to disrupt their offense as they're doing now. So they're hitting those long balls and those tips, and that's exactly where you want it to be.
Jessica Wells. Oh, good for Milligan, able to drop that in. All right, folks, I'm going to tell you what. The other concurrent stream we had is now over. Tell everybody that this is the right one. If they find the one with the scoreboard, this is the correct one. That has never happened before. I was not even sure that was even possible. But here's Ashley Vandergriff. Goes beyond the back line, and it will be a point for Milligan to tie it back up at 9-9. Sliding play, Fingerlin. Beyond the back line, and a point for Bluefield. Well, Jessica Wells is obviously going to be a big factor in this game and the games to come for Bluefield College, but I just wanted to give a shout out to her parents because I referenced them a few days ago in a broadcast. I didn't know it was them right outside of the doors. They travel up here, and obviously we're not allowed to have fans in the dome as an ace drops for Katie Kendrick. But Tony, how about this? They actually watch the game from the big doors, the window doors. So there's a lot of dedication there. It was not warm the other night. They were bundled up and had their lawn chairs ready, and it was pretty fun to meet them after the game.
And it just shows you the support they have for this Bluefield team.
Absolutely. Bluefield team and Jessica Wells has been a great addition, and unfortunately for the Rams, just couldn't get across the block there. So now we'll see a serve from Elise Gregory. Wells tried to float over the block, and it's housed. Taylor Pavich, the freshman from Breese, Illinois. Here's Watcott. Grajeda, too hard. Just like that. Lead goes to Milligan. Timeout called by Buddy Gallimore on the Rams Digital Sports Network. We'll take a quick break. Welcome back, everybody. Still in the first set, 12-11. Rams are trailing by one against Milligan, one of the best teams of the AAC. Not for long, though. Jessica Wells, yet another kill going down the line. Now she was really able to glide to the net for her second kill, Tony.
Yeah, it was a great down-the-line shot. You can tell she wanted it as soon as it hit her hands.
So here comes Watcott, who, not there, but you can tell, trying to challenge Milligan with the serves like she did against Montreat. I believe in the first set she had 4 aces. There's Watcott. And Wells just a bit off her timing there and goes low into the net. Well, the libero for Milligan ready to serve. That is Layla Grant. Sutherland too far beyond the back line. And actually got a piece of the fingertips of the block, so the Rams nail another point. Now, from up here, that's such a hard call to make, and the officials obviously have a way better vantage point, but it must have just nicked the block, Tony, because that ball still went pretty far.
Yeah, those are hard calls for the line judges to make as well. It's hard to see up there on the block.
Grajeda in a one-on-one with Pavich, and Pavich made her pay.
As a middle, you got to make sure you turn that and don't swing right into that block, making an easier job for the middle on the other side.
Yeah, unfortunately for Bluefield, that went right into the hands of Pavich. Here's Sydney Hurd. And an error for Bluefield on a double. So now you're starting to see Milligan start to turn ahead here, see if the Rams can rally back. They have played so well in these past couple of games, and I don't think we fully got to mention what happened against Montreat a few nights ago as Flores misses the mark there. But unfortunately, with the technical difficulties and the Wi-Fi that went out inside of the dome that we rely on, you weren't allowed to see or weren't able to see so much of that insane rally we had in the third set against Montreat. The final score was 33-31, and that just showed this is a very tenacious Bluefield College squad.
Yeah, that definitely was a fight to the finish.
Right. But, if you ask Buddy Gallimore, I think he would say, well, I would have rather had it at 25-18 because it was 24-18 at one point. Here comes Claire Fingerlin. Fingerlin digs, and nothing there for Bluefield on the back row. Jerica Emmert loaded back, and Sansone couldn't dig it out.
Although that was a point for Milligan, we want to give props to Fingerlin for that great hustle.
There's Cameron McConnell again. Flores. Flores another try. She's had already 4 kills. Off the block, couldn't substantiate for Bluefield, and now it's a 5-point lead. And after such a back-and-forth beginning to the first set, the Buffaloes, unfortunately for the Rams, are pulling ahead. So they have to see if Bluefield can rally like they did a few days ago. Their backs were against the wall. Good feed to Katie Kendrick. That's too much on it. Kendrick into the stands, point Bluefield. Finally a break, no dig available that time from Grant.
That's a great adjustment by Katie Kendricks, hitting the first one out and then putting the second one in the bleachers off the touch of Milligan.
Yeah, she went a little too far on that first one just a few moments ago and then aimed it right at the libero. Comes Watcott. Flores challenging the block. Way too far, teeing it up for the middle in Byington. Just like that, it's a 4-point game. Cassidy Brown got Bluefield on a pretty good rally with the serves a few days ago. See if she can drop one home. Byington palms the ball down. Point Milligan. And it almost seemed there like she was just trying to tomahawk the ball down. I don't even think she cocked back to slap it. It was just slammed right back down into the court.
Yeah, in basketball, we call those slam dunks.
Here's Lauren Petty for Milligan. Dunk play. There's Watcott.
For one of her own.
So Sansone goes to the bench. Wells re-enters. Too low. Well, it's going to be hard to try to come back when the serves are hitting the other side of the net. Ashlyn Vandergriff, the sophomore setter from Seymour, Tennessee. This is a very Tennessee-laden Milligan team. Geneva Bay's recruiting in the Volunteer State. Brown too low. And now Milligan only 2 away. Timeout called by Buddy Gallimore, and the Rams are down by 6 here in set 1. Milligan only 2 away from taking set 1 rather confidently here at the Rams home in the Dome Gymnasium. In Bluefield, Virginia, thanks for tuning in. Bailey Engel and Tony Martin on the call for you here. What the Rams can do. Wells, boy, she hung in the air for about 5 seconds, it seemed like. Tacked the block and came up with something. And it's got to be tough to just challenge right at the middle block.
Yeah, it's just confidence, and you can see it all over her face.
Over the line, a service error, and the groans for the Bluefield College sideline can be heard. As now it's set point for the Buffaloes. See how Bluefield can remain confident today. Because there's no way, even if you were to beat Milligan, that you're going to do it in 3 sets. Jessica Wells isn't done with set 1, though. 4 kills for Jessica Wells. Drops home, point Milligan off of the hand of Ashlyn Vandergriff. And the Buffaloes glide to a set 1 victory at 25-19. We're going to be right back with set number 2, but the Buffaloes in this one lead 1-0. Almost ready to start set 2 here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Bailey Engel and Tony Martin as Milligan took set 1 25-19. And, you know, it seemed like Milligan won that rather confidently, but we take a look back at there were 5 service errors for Bluefield College. So it's really going to come down to them limiting those errors.
Absolutely, Bailey. It just goes to show that if you limit those serve errors or even the hidden errors, you're still in this game.
Right. I mean, you have those few hitting errors as well, but, I mean, 5 service errors, and Milligan only won by 6. So you take those away, it's a 1-point game. And now for Bluefield, if they can limit those, and obviously you're going to get a few service errors just trying to challenge it, but 5 is quite a bit, and you can't make those mistakes against an 11-4 Milligan University team.
Absolutely. It's important that they don't get discouraged because they're still in this game, and we should see those adjustments here in the second set.
Leslie Flores, Jessica Wells leading the way in kills for Bluefield College. The Rams have also tried to tee up their middle blocker, the usual suspect in Katie Kendrick, quite a bit. As Sansone walks out, Wells back in. And for Milligan, we've seen good things out of number 3, Ashlyn Vandergriff. And just all around, also one of their middle blockers in Taylor Pavich. She's a right side hitter, but she has blocked a good amount of Bluefield College's attempts to get over the net. Remember, folks, it's a doubleheader here on the Rams Digital Sports Network today. Tune in at 3 o'clock. Women's basketball making its home debut against Truett McConnell in their second game of the season. We are getting into the heat of the season for Bluefield College women's volleyball. We have another game coming up later this week, but, for the Rams, they've played 4 games this week, or 3 games this week, and they're going to play their 4th in a matter of less than a week coming up next week. As Claire Fingerlin is ready to go. I believe that game is on Tuesday for Bluefield College. Fingerlin's ready, and so are we to start set number 2 on the Rams Digital Sports Network. And right off of the bat, an error for Bluefield College.
Yeah, it looks like Fingerlin was in a great spot to receive that ball and just mishandled it.
So now ready to serve. It's going to be Elise Gregory. Oh, a bit of a tangle up in the back row for Milligan. Can the Rams make them pay for it? Yes, they can. Pavich just got up after tumbling over the body of Ashlyn Vandergriff. That's her 4th kill. So a couple of Rams with 4 kills or more. Here comes Cassidy Brown. Remember, Bluefield College has not given or won a set against Milligan University since 2017. It's been all Buffaloes in that process. And you got to imagine mentally, Tony, you got to get over that hump of almost beating Milligan and just realizing that it is possible to actually get a set against this team.
Of course, it shows that there's definitely growth. Like I said before, there's definitely growth in this Bluefield team.
Let's see, with Bluefield College, I'm going to talk to Katie Kendrick and said that, we played them well last time, even though with the 3-0 loss. We just have to play all around better. It was kind of, a pretty common answer from an athlete, but it does go to show that that they can believe, or they do believe that they can actually get a win against this team. Well, Milligan is kind of like what we saw in the first set. Jumping up, Rams able to fight back in the middle. And given there, service error.
A gift given by the Milligan team. Bluefield has to capitalize on this one.
Here's Leslie Flores, second-year player out of Ohio. Wells. Wow, bludgeoning swing from Carly Gregory. Four kills for her. So Gregory now with 4 kills. Sydney Hurd. Watcott had the right idea, Tony, but, it seems like the Rams are trying to pinpoint these targets on the court, and they haven't been able to calibrate those today.
Yeah, if they're able to find these spots on the court like they were successful in their last match, they'll be more successful.
Right. Here's Wells down the tape. Just too low.
Here we go, ladies. Here we go. It's important that the Bluefield Rams don't give up on this set.
Watcott, the left hand, Kendrick. It just seems like Milligan has done such an incredible job of recovering anything Bluefield has thrown at them. Hurd, she's low, and the Rams get back within 3. Good dig from Kendrick in the back.
Great pickup.
Too far from Wells, though. Remember, the first set won by Milligan 25-19. Jessica Wells, and a dig by McConnell. Now just perfectly placed to the middle blocker there. Abigail Byington, the junior from Kingsport, Tennessee. And it is pretty impressive that Milligan has built a team with a lot of local people. I mean, just all Tennessee players for the most part. Good block. Grajeda off the block and capitalizes for Bluefield. So the Rams hanging tough in there, just down by 4 early on. Great serve by Watcott. The air from Grant. Watcott passes to Wells. Block is there. Drops out of play. Now that block has been pretty tough for Bluefield to maneuver around in this one.
Bluefield getting a touch of their own on the block.
What exactly do you mean by that?
So a lot of times they're not in the right spot, but on that play, it looks like they had a touch on that block, making it difficult for the Milligan team to put the ball in the floor.
Goes inside. Milligan has done a good job of really targeting the back row of Bluefield College. So with a 4-point lead, here is Abigail Byington. Grajeda got all of it on there. And another great shot from Sarah Grace Larkey. Jessica Wells stuffed it into the block, and you know, kind of spotty was there. Sarah Grace Larkey was there. 6 kills for Wells right now. When she goes against the block, and I imagine that for an outside hitter, it does take a lot of confidence and just a lot of gusto just to go up against a block and be like, I'm going to swing this ball right at you.
Yeah, and it's just going for those weak hands, knowing that her dominant hand is on the right, and just swinging into that left hand, just saying that my right hand is stronger than your left.
Here's Lauren Petty.
Great hustle play by Bluefield.
Turner into the game for the first time. Fingerland tried to dig it, and it flies over the back row. Timeout call by Buddy Gallimore. He wants to get this all together with his team. Rams down by 6 here in set 2. Well, Tony, it looks kind of like Bluefield College, even though they are still into this one, down by 6. It's not an incredible lead for Milligan or insurmountable. But they did look a little out of sync there, and they looked a little frustrated.
Yeah, and I think it's more of a mental battle than a physical battle. With the players, accumulating these errors, just mental battles with themselves. Just have to get over that hump and put your team in a good place.
Yeah, the communication has to be a bit better for Bluefield as well. Because there were times where Milligan just goes to Bluefield and the Rams are just looking around and was like, well, I thought you had that. And this block has just been so strong for Geneva Bays' squad from Milligan. Lauren Petty. Flores. They didn't even use all the block that time. That was combining with Taylor Pavich as well as Kataspati. 6 blocks already for the Buffaloes.
Yeah, it just shows you how much they're challenging these Bluefield hitters. And it seems that they're in the right place at the right time every time.
So 15-7 and a gift to Bluefield that they desperately needed, by the way. Glad to have you here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. We really wish you were actually here inside of the dome, but we are glad to bring the game to the comfort of your living room or wherever you're watching it. Another attack error.
As Milligan is giving Bluefield a lot of gifts. Let's see if Bluefield can pull away and go on a run of their own.
Well, just answering an error with another error. And the magic number just 9. Here's Kendrick in the middle. It's a bit too low. Rams win the point. Wow, coming from the back, and a good job teeing her up. Taylor Pavich, the right side / setter for Julia Kataspati.
Short serve.
Yeah, Fingerland had to slide to get it. And, it just goes to show that got them out of system. Fingerland had to dive up from the back row to keep that ball alive. And Bluefield was unbalanced on the attack. Now, we talked about the serve error, and for Bluefield, that kind of plagued them in the first set. That's kind of the only thing keeping Bluefield within a prayer of this the second set, because Milligan has pounded a couple into the net.
Yeah, but the thing for Milligan is where they're finding their downfall in serving, they're capitalizing on their hitting. So it's kind of like doing one thing bad and doing another good.
I think that the block has been so good today. You talk about great hitting, Carly Gregory. Comes Sydney Hurd for Milligan. Point Bluefield. Now, one of the few times it kind of looked like they turned into an overpass into an actual point. Grajeda comes on. You know what I just realized, Tony? Is the fact that this is gonna sound stupid. Bluefield College, they're the Rams.
Yeah.
Milligan College, they're the Buffaloes. These are two places that don't have Rams or Buffaloes anywhere close to Tennessee or Bluefield, Virginia.
Not in sight.
No. Hey, either way. I mean, there's not actual Trojans in Southern California either. Point for Milligan. Here's Cameron McConnell. Watcott. Almost enough to drop in the corner, but that's the second time she's missed on that exact play. So McConnell continues to serve. Wells, wow! Throwing it back and absolutely destroying the ball, Jessica Wells.
She makes it look so easy. I don't understand. A lot of people don't understand how difficult that spot is to hit.
We are a week separated from when she tallied 30 kills against Truett McConnell. Now, albeit a loss, but still very talented. And unfortunately for the Rams, it's not looking good here in the second set. Even with a couple of good plays, going to need a lot to come back in this one. Raheda. Oh, the fingertips of Fingerlin. 10-point lead. That's 4 kills. Abigail Byington. Palmbos, by the way, into the game for the first time, and Reese Turner. That's nicks off of her palm. Here we are with set point for Milligan. Byington ready to go. Rams down by 11. Make it 9. Or excuse me, 10. I think that Bluefield is just discombobulated on the substitutions as well. Reitzloff comes into the game. It looked like they weren't exactly sure that's the move they wanted to make.
As mentioned before, in this second set, Bluefield has just looked unsynced.
Yeah. And it's tough. I mean, because you're going to have to bring your best to beat an 11-4 Milligan team.
Yeah.
And unfortunately for the Rams, and I think it might be a credit to what the Buffaloes are able to do, is get the Rams out of system, out of sync. Now Katie Kendrick comes in, so the Rams just want to have the right rotation in. And all this happening, by the way, set point right now for Milligan.
Looks like they got it all figured out now.
Well, took a while on that substitution. Maybe it could be strategic to get Milligan out of sync. Well, now a timeout called. Milligan leads by 10. Set point coming up. Set point still for Milligan. The Rams struggling with their substitutions. They have struggled with answering for Milligan, and unfortunately for Bluefield College, this is probably the worst team to really struggle in those areas against.
Yeah, and it's crazy that you've seen a lot of progress throughout the week, and then it's like they're going back to their old ways. They have to find a way to get back to where they found success.
Right, and I don't even want to say it's as much as old ways. I mean, because they have played so strong this year, and I think the talk of Bluefield College was just how talented this Rams team looked, especially in this last week. And just today, they are running into a good Milligan team, which you need to play your best against to even make it pretty competitive. And now we have been dealing with a clarification on a substitution for the past 6 to 7 minutes. And I think we're going to get through this whole Biggie Smalls song by the time we're allowed to play volleyball again.
Yeah.
Oh. Buddy Gallimore looks on. Geneva Bay's team has been strong, even with the Bluefield College errors and the confusion on the other side for the Rams. I mean, Milligan has looked pretty tough. The block has been there. The outside hitters have been pretty strong. And the Rams have faltered against it. And the official talking this one over with Geneva Bays right now of Milligan University. Almost ready to go. Mind you, set point in the second set. The first one was already won, 25-19. Once again, tuning in here on the Rams Digital Sports Network, Bailey Engel and Tony Martin. We're happy to have you here. We got another game for you on the docket today at 3 p.m. That's women's basketball, first home game of the season for Bluefield College women's basketball. They're 0-1 after a 15-point loss in Beckley, West Virginia a few days ago against West Virginia Tech. So it appears now that Sarah Ducey is going to serve. Fingerland had the ball ready to go to serve. And Kendrick is off. So Grajeda, Reese-Turner, Reitzlaw, Fingerland, and Kirsten Palmboss are all on the floor. After that, a service error. And that is how set 2 ends. Dominant performance so far for Milligan. 25-14, they win set 2. We're going to be back with set 3. Could it be the decisive one on the Rams Digital Sports Network? Welcome back, everybody. Set 3. It has been all Milligan so far. 25-14, a very dominant showing in the second set after a pretty balanced one in the first set where the Rams lost 25-19 in set 1. Bailey Engel, Tony Martin. Milligan 11-4, Rams 5-4. And with that, you also realize that Bluefield has not played as many games, and it's not even close because the Rams have dealt with so many, just COVID breakouts and isolations, and now just trying to really get into the swing of the season. And unfortunately for the Rams, that means they have to play so many games in such little time. But they have looked good this week, and they're going to need a lot more to try to come back against a very talented Milligan bunch today.
Yeah, and no matter what, in this set, they just have to find a way to compete. If they don't find success in this game, then they can take this game and move forward to the next. So no matter what, just compete.
Yeah, so already starting out with an ace from Carly Gregory. Here's Wells. And it's on plays like that as well because, hey, Jessica Wells has played well today, but Milligan has had an answer to make sure that, she's just kind of calmed down a little bit on the floor as the block has been so strong today. There, Carly Gregory giving Bluefield a point here in the third set. Women's basketball now in the building. They will be here at 3 p.m. if you want to tune into that. Truett McConnell taking on Bluefield College in women's basketball. And the errors have piled up for Bluefield today as well. But you got to think about some of the strong points. I mean, Jessica Wells still looks like an all-AAC player. And Leslie Flores, a sophomore at Bluefield, you got to think about the next couple of years of her being here. It's going to be tough for AAC teams to play against Flores. And Claire Fingerland has had a pretty solid effort on the back row.
Those hustle plays have been amazing for her, or even just putting Bluefield Rams into a comfortable position to run their offense.
Yeah. And I think right there with that rally, that was the best the Rams have looked today because the communication's been there. They've had an answer for everything that Milligan just threw at them on that exact play. Can they keep it up for the rest of this third set? Here comes Ducey. Ace. It's been a while since we've caught a Bluefield College ace, and Ducey tags one on.
That's a great serve and what we like to see, getting the Milligan girls out of system.
Pavic. Good push from Pombas.
Being a setter myself, those push to those spots are very, very difficult to make because you see that wide open spot and you're so antsy to get it there, and then you just push it over.
And I always I'm admirable, or I admire setters because you have to make that decision to do that so quickly.
Yeah.
5-3 the score in favor of Milligan. Sydney Hurd. Ducey. Rams didn't have a good chance on that one. Grajeda.
Great dig by Fingerland.
Carly Gregory stuffing against the block. Sutherland and Grajeda can't put it down in play. And for Gregory, already 6 kills on the day.
Although that block was mishandled, that's a great position to be in to challenge the hitter.
Here comes Flores, pushing down the line. And I think that's the signature play for Leslie Flores. Just going against the line and finding that nobody was there.
Leslie Flores racking up her 5th kill of the day.
Hurd. Trying to make it 6 there, too low. Subbing in and out, Carly Gregory leaves the floor, as does Elise Gregory. I don't believe there's a relation there. Katie Kendrick, Hurd, threw 2 hands up, kept the ball alive. And that ends up being the deciding play. Another ace. Might be time to call a timeout if you're Buddy Gallimore. And then at this point, does he might just believe in his team to adjust on their own. Cameron McConnell serves. Went to Kendrick. Palmas. Rams can't return it. And Watcott comes back into the game. So the freshman Palmas, coming from Michigan, gets a break. Trying to use a couple of setters here. Kendrick floats the ball to the middle. Rams back within 6. And when you've played volleyball before, Tony, and your team gets down 2-0, what is your mindset going into a third set?
It's always just take it one play at a time. We all know the obvious that there's a hurdle in front of us, but just taking that one step forward is going to put you in a good position to get closer to that success.
Middle blocker Grayson Stevens pops the ball into the court. Rare mistake on the set. Rams within 5. Remember, down 2-0 already. Ace. You have Leslie Flores an ace there, and the Rams are within 4. Well, a little bit more belief for Bluefield College now after losing the second set 25-14. Here's Watcott to Kendrick. Grant, the libero. Jessica Wells onto the block, point Bluefield.
Hey,
and
Bailey,
8 kills for her.
Hey, Bailey, we can call that deja vu. We've seen that before.
Yeah, she has gone against the block. And it's been really back and forth as to when that works or might be a little short on it. (12-10) the score. Rams within 2. Deneva Bays wants to talk this one over with her Buffaloes. 12-10, Rams have rallied in the third set, only down by 2. Leslie Flores has an ace. McConnell has to pass the ball over. Watcott dunks. Hurd was there. Point Bluefield. They call a double on Milligan.
Keep it up, ladies. Keep pushing. Bluefield doing a lot of things right as of lately.
Yeah, they really have. At one point, I believe it was 12-4. Now it's tied, 12-12, Leslie Flores. No spin on that serve at all. Brown. Over the line and a point for Bluefield. Too much velocity on the swing from Sarah Grace Larkey, and the Rams have came all the way back to lead 13-12. Well, the first time Liberty has really slid it all today. And Kendrick hit the net. And it looked like Watcott almost backed into it as well. She had to stop on the brakes at the last second to do so. Jessica Wells, wow! Humongous swing, and the block couldn't do anything about it. 14-13. Point Bluefield, Rams. I mean, they are dialed in the third set.
And not to jinx anything, but the Bluefield has picked up their serving, limiting those errors.
Yeah, they have. And, I mean, even look at that serve. That was pretty tough. But still, Elise Gregory found the corner. Here's Wells. Already tied back up on a double by Bluefield. Back and forth we go in a highly contested set 3. Milligan looking for their 12th win of the year. Rams eyeing a 4th win in a row. They're able to come back in this one and win the last 3 sets. Still a very tall order. Wells rolls the ball over the back line, and well, the Buffaloes have the lead. And actually, give it to Bluefield, actually.
Looks like they seen a touch at the net. The Milligan team is discussing it with the ref.
Yeah, the Buffaloes are not happy about that. Bluefield certainly will take it, though. So 16-15. We've had our fair share of discussions in this game. I mean, if you were just tuning in not too long ago to end the second set, there was a discussion that took about 8 minutes as to whether the substitutions were correct. And mind you, that was on set point. So the Rams awarded the point still. So Wells gets a kill for that. Flores slid right in front of her own bench. Wells drops it home. 2-point lead for Bluefield and back-to-back kills for the transfer. Make that 11 for Wells. Timeout called by Deneva Bays. Rams in this one in set 3. New life for Bluefield in set number 3. Bluefield up by 2 after being down by as much as 8 in the beginning of this set and losing by 11 in set number 2. Buddy Gallamore's team has rallied a bit. Here's Watcott up to Wells, who's got back-to-back kills. Dunked over behind the back shoulder. Tony, that was pretty impressive from Pavic.
Yeah, nasty dump. She usually dumps to that middle, finding that sweet spot right behind her.
So it's a 1-point lead. Milligan controls the serve. There's Layla Grant. Wells. Blocked down the tape. Good enough. Sutherland and Grajeda. I'm pretty sure that all might have been all Grajeda there. Rams with a 2-point lead.
Milligan has found success in their hitting all game long. Grajeda putting it into that one on that block.
Blocked. Once again, the block is there.
Back-to-back blocks. Impressive for the Bluefield defense.
And that Bluefield defense now has racked up a 3-point lead, largest of the game. Fingerlin. Ducey with a great effort to just swing the ball back in. Not enough, though. There's Taylor Pavic. Well, Rams couldn't even get a whole offense together there. Ducey makes up for the mistake. Sutherland, way too hard. Have to wait a second to see if anybody actually hit that because I've been fooled before, but no, that ball was all Taylor Sutherland, and it goes beyond the back line. Gregory forcing Flores to make a defensive play. And they call a double on Sutherland to tie the game up.
In closing this game, Bluefield has to make sure that they keep the areas tight.
Timeout called by Buddy Gallimore. It's a tight one here in set 3. Milligan 6 away from winning it, and Bluefield trying to send this to the 4th set. (19-19) could be a decisive 3rd set, or can the Rams send it to a set 4 if they hold on here? Grajeda with a punch.
Great dig.
Oh, an awesome dig by Fingerland. Here's Flores, drops it in. Point Bluefield, taking the lead at 20-19. So 20-19 they lead. Oh, Gallimore a bit upset with some sort of call there, and he's arguing that Milligan is out of rotation. They're trying to confirm that. (20-20). Comes McConnell. Watcott to Flores. Starting to heat up at the tail end of the third set with her 7th kill. 21-20. Back and forth we go in set 3. Well, the first time that this game has really felt competitive. Brown fought it off with 2 hands. Flores swings. And it's a point for Bluefield. Call a double on Milligan. And that is a timely call that gets in right at the last second. And Deneva Bays wants a confirmation. It's serve from Brown. Another point for Bluefield.
Hey, Bailey. In the last game, it looked like Bluefield had difficulty in closing that last set. How do they look like in closing this one?
They definitely look a lot better than they did in set 1. Flores missed the mark. Point Milligan. Keeping this one close again. 23-21. Now with a chance for Milligan and Grayson Stevens challenging Ducey. Flores has been the target all this set, and now it's set point for Bluefield. 8 kills for Flores, approaching double figures. Now pretty dangerous rotation on the floor. Set point, Flores serves. Stuffed down, Milligan's not done yet. Caught a spot, he was there. Remember the all-important rule, you got to win by 2. So Milligan needs to score 2 in a row to wipe set point opportunity away from Bluefield College. Still set point for the Rams. Watcott, Wells off the block. Flores, and Bluefield College wins its first set against Milligan since 2017. And more importantly, the Rams are not out of this one yet. It's 2-1, and we will head to a set number 4 here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Wow, what a performance by Bluefield to rally 8 down in set number 3 to end up winning 25-22. And, you know, for the historical significance, Tony, it means a lot because Bluefield College, I mean, they had not won a set against Milligan in 3 years.
Yeah, and it just should show them that being on the upside should give them confidence going into these final sets to finish this game.
Right, and it looked like Bluefield was definitely out of commission there in the second set. All of a sudden, you start to think the same thing when it's 12-4 in the third set, and the Rams just go on this monstrous, unforgiving rally against Milligan, and they end up winning it 25-22. Now, that being said, the Buffaloes still are very talented. They kept that close. They didn't get really their tails kicked in the third or in that third set. They still fought hard, so we have to see if the Rams can complete that entire 180 to get the fourth set under their belt as well.
Yeah, it's important that the Bluefield Rams don't come complacent after this one victory.
Right.
Because the Milligans, they're going to bring it.
Yeah, that block has been good. And I think that for Milligan, the biggest difference, the Rams were able to serve so much better. And we saw a few aces drop in. The communication was there for Bluefield. And the Rams were in system as it starts off with a Milligan point. Milligan University, last year known as Milligan College, first year of upgrading the name and the logo. And I think that if there ever was really a rivalry between a couple of programs in the AAC, it's Bluefield and Milligan. It's the closest opponent for the Rams, at least in the conference. Service here, gifting the Rams. So now the serve goes to Ducey. Well, a rare miss there from Taylor Pavich, who has usually been good at just setting up her players or her outside hitters today, but got to remember she's a right side and a setter. This time, feeds Carly Gregory. Hit the net, point Bluefield. And you just see the energy. You can feel it in the dome. Even without the fans here, this bench believes a lot more than they did in the second set. Dunk down. I got to imagine for a middle blocker, Tony, that just feels like it's just a food on a platter there because it was just teed up perfectly for the block.
Yeah, when it's coming up right across that net, your mouth just starts drooling for it. And it's in the floor.
Speaking of middle blockers, Grajeda tries. Fingerland can't dig it out. Milligan able to take the lead right back. A tough pass from Ducey. Flores pokes the ball over. Gregory. I don't think she even had that in mind to challenge Fingerland there. Ends up being a kill.
As Milligan go up by 2, it's important that Bluefield stay together, knowing that the third set, they're only one rally away from getting back into this game.
Yeah, the confidence certainly is there for Bluefield College. That was certainly lacking in the second set, and now it's just a brand new belief for this team to try to send it to a set number 5. Flores, she has tried all day, and it's been about 50-50 for that exact swing. It's been hard. It's been a good job. Well, she's done a good job of placing it in, but she's really just trying to risk it. Geneva Bays looking for clarification. Well, she got it, apparently. Point Milligan, a double called on the Rams. Now Bluefield in danger of putting themselves in a position where they would need to make a rally rather than just trade point for point. Leslie Flores, another kill. Kendrick runs into the game to replace Grajeda at middle blocker. Ace, and a big one. Fingerlin makes it a 2-point game.
Just like that, Bluefield's right back in this one.
Down 2-1. Milligan won the first 25-19 and the second 25-14 before the Rams answered with a 25-22 win in set 3. Sutherland with the right hand. Sansone. Wow, what a great dig. Carly Gregory blocked at the net. What a play. Kendrick and Sutherland made sure that one had no chance to get over the tape. And it's a 1-point game.
That's a great way to put an end to a rally, and that's definitely going to give them some confidence moving forward into this one.
Speaking of confidence, it's growing with Katie Kendrick. 7-7. Oh, Kendrick, part of the last team that beat Milligan College, and now the Rams can smell it here in set 4. Fingerlin with another ace, her second of the 4th set.
Same serve, same spot, and same result with another ace.
And a gifted point to Milligan. Tying it up at 8-8. McConnell. Flores.
Great pickup by Fingerlin.
Now Fingerlin's done a great job. Down the line and missing by an inch.
Just missed that spot, and they know that's one of the spots that's always going to be a crease in every defense on volleyball, and just missed it.
Yeah, and she has gone back to that line, or that swing down the line, the entire match. Kendrick again heating up.
She's fired up, making up for that error she made in the net earlier.
And already 7 kills with Bluefield College's ultimate veteran. I was about to say earlier, she was on the team the last time that they actually beat Milligan back in 2017, part of her freshman year. And a service error benefits the Buffaloes. Lauren Petty for Milligan. Flores off balance, and the block was there because of it. Caught a spot, he was all alone. Overpass, Rams can't do anything about it. Timeout called by Buddy Gallimore. They want to talk about it. They find themselves down by 3. Rams down 2-1 here in Bluefield. Welcome back, everybody. Milligan leading 12-9 in set number 4. They already are up 2-1. And Flores, well, she's been hot in set 4, but especially Katie Kendrick, who now has 7 kills. But as of late, Milligan sliding up to a 3-point lead. Watcott, sliding play, Katie Kendrick. England recovers for the Rams. Pavich, blocked. Watcott to Flores. Off the fingertips, and the rally goes the way of Bluefield College. So 12-10, Bluefield down by 2. Just another quick recap. 25-19 was a back-and-forth set 1. Set 2 was 25-14. And then in set 3, the Rams were down by as much as 8, rallied back and won the set by 3. Watcott to Wells. Haven't seen Wells in a while, and she makes her presence known, Tony.
Yeah, she's taking advantage of all of her opportunities on the court and looking very good doing it.
12 kills for Jessica Wells. Kendrick trying to approach double figures as well. Push to the back, and that ball was going out, but Grant saved Bluefield, so the Rams tie it up. Leslie Flores and Bluefield College aiming for what could be the final set 5. Have to win this one, though. They were down by 3, and out of the timeout, they've scored 3 unanswered. Well, there's your answer, Kataspati. Too low. Another gift to Bluefield College, tied up at 13-13. Katie Kendrick answers with a service error of her own. Well, sometimes you get into the swing of the game and it just answers, or it just flows answer to answer, error to error.
Yeah, it's kind of like they're copying each other.
Yeah. So now here's Elise Gregory. Wells blocked. Wow. Kataspati and Pavich.
Can't talk about it enough. The Milligan defense has showed up tonight.
Now, they have been tough the entire game. Raheda. Well, she goes against Kataspati that time. Good enough. Rams within 1. And that's what allowed Bluefield to win in the last game, challenging serves. And we saw it a bit in set 3. And unfortunately, you just can't have that many errors against a Milligan team. Ace. Might be time for another timeout as the Rams, after they tied it up, now giving up a few points. Harley Gregory off of the block, and a point for Milligan. Now 7 away from taking a win back to Tennessee. Sutherland. Over the line. I think that Milligan was a little bit out of sorts in set 3, Tony, and it looks like they've kind of figured it out after that quick little rally by Bluefield to tie it up 12-12. It's been all Buffaloes.
I definitely agree that they definitely got the ball rolling on this set here, but it seems as if Bluefield has been able to stick close. So if they're able to make some minor adjustments, they can compete to this one to the end.
19-15. I think the Rams have showed a lot of toughness today, especially, whatever happens at the end of set 4 here, the Rams can be proud of what they did as far as adjusting in set 3 after looking like they were just going to get blown out of the building in set 4, or excuse me, after set 2 to set 3. And made it competitive, but now Milligan heating up. Timeout, Buddy Gallimore. Rams want to talk about it. It's 20-15, and Milligan, Buffaloes are only 5 away from winning this one. Both teams coming back onto the floor. It is set number 4. Milligan leads 2-1, and they lead in this one by 5. It's been a fun one, though. Two pretty talented teams. Bluefield College looked evenly matched in that third set when they rallied back, but Milligan, after a tough middle of the set, they are starting to try to find the punctuation for the end of the sentence. Fingerlin recovers. There's a double. Called on Grajeda.
Grajeda has found a little success in her setting. It seems that every time it touches her hand, it's a double. Maybe she needs to take that adjustment and use that platform.
Yeah. That's a bit unlucky. There's Wacott. Flores trying to go for the corner. Goes with a left hand this time. And Grant recovers. Just a great job. We've been talking about Milligan's defense all set. And it's because of the defense that they won that point. As Milligan looked dead to rights on a couple of those free balls right in the middle. And the Buffaloes are just flying around the court. Beyond the back line, but the Rams got a piece of it. So now Milligan just 2 away from this decisive win in set number 4. Grajeda! Well, that was teed up perfectly, and I think that played a lot more into Grajeda's strengths than what we've seen on a few other plays.
Yeah, and that's how you do it. Once you come with a bad, you make up with a great kill, just as she did.
Right. Great serve. Harley Gregory, though, off the block. Here comes match point for the Milligan College Buffaloes. Make that the Milligan University Buffaloes. Cameron McConnell, the junior from Seymour, Tennessee, nicks the ball over. Going backwards. Sansone blasts the ball too far, and that is how this one ends. Milligan, impressive showing today. Rams fought hard, but not enough to beat the Buffaloes. And Milligan extends the win streak against this Bluefield College program. And Well, they're 12-4. We knew Milligan was going to be good, and they certainly showed it today, Tony.
Yeah, and although Bluefield didn't get the win as they wanted, they did see a lot of improvement going into their next game.
Yeah, they kept it tough, especially when they won set 3, and for most of set 4 it was pretty competitive. You saw Milligan pull away there at the end, but the Buffaloes improved to 12-4, and the Rams are 5-5. Good job, Tony. Great to have you on the broadcast, and we will see you on Tuesday as the Rams come back to play more volleyball. We're also going to be here at 3 p.m. today for women's basketball as Bluefield College and Corey Mullins host the Truett McConnell Bears. But until then, reminding you the final score here from the Dome. Milligan University picks up the win on a decisive fourth set to win it 3-1. Until next time, take it easy, Rams fans.